everyone, and welcome to your mid-August reading. So this is a reading for the mid of the month because I think it's a great time to reflect on some of the things that could be going on in our lives at this point. So it could be relationship stuff, it could be career stuff, or maybe just some general guidance for you. So this is a good sort of touch point throughout the month to sort of see if you're on the path that you want to be on. Is there any different sort of decisions you could be making at this time as well? So I'll move the camera down for you. So I want you to connect to your higher guidance, and I hope you're in a space where you're nice and relaxed and that you can have this moment for yourself. So the first pile that is in front of me is the Smoky Quartz crystal. So you may be drawn to this one and this pile at this time. The second one is the Rose Quartz crystal, that lovely pink color there. And the last pile is the Clear Quartz crystal. So I'll give you a few moments and see which one draws you in the most. Take that time and really listen to that little quiet voice that says, that's the pile, or that's the pile. So I'll give you a few moments now. So I'm going to be starting with the Smoky Quartz crystal today. So this is a reading for the Smoky Quartz crystal. So the lovely Smoky Quartz here. So I've dealt the cards out and I've discovered the Moonology message as well for you. A new romantic cycle begins. So it's interesting, a lot of people are having new opportunities presented to them in this time of the month. We've also got the radar rune here. So the radar rune tells me that these new opportunities are unexpected. So some of them may have just popped up around you, which is really beautiful to see. So it's all about relationships. So when I say relationships, it could be business relationships. It could be your partner, romantic relationships. And it also could be relationships that is like your friends or friendships as well. So when I see new unexpected opportunities, this is the time to try and remember to come together on something. So it might be that people have felt isolated, especially with the coronavirus stuff as well. So when I see these unexpected opportunities, it's almost like they're meant to happen though. So it's like destiny has sort of taken a turning point and you're starting to realize your purpose as well. So the Judgment card has come up here. So Judgment is all about renewing yourself, and it's about not really reflecting too much on what has happened in the past. It's like the washing away of some of the stuff that could have been bothering you with the past. So you can see here, this is Angel Gabriel, and he is making the call. So you can see these people here, they're ready to be judged. And it's like they're ready to let go and begin the new. And it's like all the stuff, all the negative, all the baggage is just washed away. So it's a beautiful card to have here with the Judgment card. And also we've got Death. So Death is the inevitable. It's the transformation that is going to happen, and it's already sort of happening too, because I can really feel that with the new romantic cycle that begins here with this lovely Moonology card. So Death comes in on his horse. You can see the skeleton that's sort of there, and that how it doesn't discriminate against all the different people, backgrounds and ages as well. So I feel like this change really happens to like yourself, but also people around you as well. So everyone is affected by this change that is around you. So it's really making room for the new relationships to happen in your life. And I feel like in the past, there could have been, so this could be related to the kind of relationship you're going into now. So you might have some karmic learning about yourself with your approach to this new relationship too. So I feel like in the past you could have had the Knight of Swords energy in the people you could have interacted with, and it may not have ended very well. So your approach now to these relationships is all about learning what your yes and no's are as well. I feel like you could have been controlled by the Knight's energy in the past, because he comes sort of blustering in and he's very, very opinionated, and he's not so tactful with his words as well. So you could have been hurt by some of the words that this person has said to you in the past. So if you come up against those fears in these new relationships, try to recognize if it's the fears that you're building up in yourself, or whether these kind of things are actually happening. So it's a time of learning and growth for yourself. I feel like this new surgence in these relationships, it could also be a relationship you already have, an existing one that's having that new fiery passion start up again. So it's like this new energy is coming in, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So also in the past too, I feel like there could have been some issues around work-related stuff. So this could be related to people that are in new relationships that's to do with work. So there could have been differences of opinions. It could have come up with everyone else's opinion. You felt you weren't heard in this sort of thing. And also there could have been issues with financial stuff as well. But I feel like this is all turning around though, that this is in the past and this is all turning around, and I feel like it's going to be opposite with that. So new money coming in, and I feel like you've found your voice, some of you, when it comes to your work stuff. And two, I can see that is the Six of Pentacles has come up, and this is all about giving and sharing. So I feel like a lot of people have learnt about giving and sharing and give and take in these new relationships too, which is beautiful to see. I'm also seeing the Queen's energy really coming in here. So I feel like a lot of you have these kind of characteristics of the Queens. So we see the, I dropped one. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So a lot of you have become very intuitive, and a lot of you have really, you know yourselves really well as well. It's beautiful to see with the Queens here. There's a lot of fiery energy. There's also a lot of romantic energy as well. A lot of you have done a lot of shadow work, so you know yourselves on a deeper level too, and you've learnt to listen to your higher guidance. I feel like a lot of you have had resurgences when it comes to careers and the relationships that comes with that as well. And that's why there's these new opportunities coming in for you too. So it's all about learning from the past, what kind of relationships you've had in the past, and when you go and approach these new things, that you've learnt from the stuff that sort of may have not worked out in the past, and you're probably coming into something that's more of your purpose. And that's what I'm feeling like. A lot of people may have been lying to themselves in the past when it comes to what they wanted, and then they've realized, oh, I've been stuck in jobs or relationships that weren't serving me. So it's time now that you're really coming into yourselves and you knowing what you want to do as well. Also, there could be challenges when it comes into manipulation as well. And this could also stem with a need to defend yourself. So we've got the Seven of Swords and we've got the Seven of Wands. So, and I don't know if this is more fears still coming in as well, like whether this is actually going to happen or whether you're fearing it's going to happen. So the Seven of Swords is about this person here. You can see they've got the swords and they're carrying them and they're running away, and you can see looks like they're trying to steal something. So this is a very much a card about manipulation and lies. So it might be just a bit of a, a warning to keep your eyes peeled and to be very careful with what you sort of say to people, maybe not reveal too much straight away, and keep sort of what you need to keep within yourself until you've really built the relationship with this person as well. You may also feel like you need to defend yourself when it comes to maybe jealousy and colleagues and that sort of thing. So whether there's a bit of competition around when it comes to promotions and stuff like that, try to maybe have a really sort of gentle approach when it comes to these sort of people, and sort of just keep your eyes open. That's what I feel like, keeping your eyes open to what's going on around you and having a good detailed view on what's going on. So just remember not to be too on guard and too on the defense, but there may be the situation where you're called to stand up for yourself. But yeah, just once again, I just feel like you need to have a gentle approach to that too. Also here, I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles reversed. So the page is the messenger. He's the one that brings in opportunities to make money as well. So it's a bit of a low energy here when I see that throughout the middle of the month. But I feel like could be like the seed is getting planted, and that you may find that there's new opportunities to make money. So that might be sort of happening around for some of you at the moment. And also I feel like justice will be served on anything that is sort of laying open at the moment. So you can see the Justice card there. So anything that you feel like you need a decision on, or you want the truth to a situation and you feel worried about that sort of thing, I feel like the truth is going to come out for you, and that is what is sort of driving the new opportunities and driving the new relationships. Justice comes in and says, yes, all the past is done. It's like the knife is slicing it all away and the new is beginning for you, which is beautiful to see too. Towards the end of the month, I'm seeing the Lovers reversed. So the Lovers here. Now, in these new relationships, sometimes we can get blinded with the lust sort of side and that passionate sort of side to these new relationships. And it's sort of like you're wearing the rose-colored glasses. So this is a card of choices. So make sure that you're not wearing the rose-colored glasses. This is a time to keep your eyes open, like we sort of just discussed before. Make good, sound choices as well. So you can see with these two people here, it's kind of like the Adam and Eve, the beginning there, where the apple was, the temptation that was coming in. So it's all about not getting too, not getting too tempted with sort of things that could be happening with these new relationships, and to really seek the understanding of what that person's actually like and what kind of relationship you're wanting with these people too. So that's an interesting message there. Right at the end of the month, it's beautiful. I feel like things are going to turn out really well. You can see the Ten of Cups here. The Ten of Cups is all about bringing together that happiness, that joy. So I feel like a lot of things are turning positive for these people that have chosen this pile today. Relationships are going to blossom really well. It's just about keeping a nice, solid understanding and a responsible approach to these relationships too. But you can see the Ten of Cups there. There's just joy, there's peace, there's happiness. So I feel like things are going in a really good direction there. And the Knight of Cups here, you can see that there. He is the bringer of the romance and the passion. So I feel like there could be even a new resurgence for people, and it might be a possibility that you're going to meet another person as well. Like even some of you may have not met that person yet, but he's sort of coming. And that's what I feel like with the Knight of Cups here when I see him. So this is a real month for passion and love. I really feel like when I read this reading today. And the Sun is all about sort of showing yourself to the world. So I feel like these relationships that are happening, they're sort of being shown to the world, and they're really fiery, passionate, beautiful relationships. And I feel like some of them, it could be the possibility of long-term relationships. There could be children involved as well. And it's interesting to see that they're the little child. So a great, passionate, loving month for the month of August. And I feel like this is going to be like relationships that go on though, like it's new stuff that's happening, but it's going to be long lasting too. So beautiful message for the Smoky Quartz reading today. Hello and welcome to your Rose Quartz reading today. So we've got the lovely Rose Quartz reading. So I've dealt out the cards, and the Moonology message of the month is nothing is yet set in stone. So that's a beautiful message here. So I feel like a lot of you have had anxieties when it comes to choosing things or making decisions. You could have been feeling cloudy with your decisions as well. So we've got the Seven of Cups, and that's sort of coming up quite strongly here. So the Seven of Cups is about choices, and it's about, oh, what do I choose? This? Do I choose that? Oh, that looks good, or this looks really great today. And you might be like the butterfly going from flower to flower to flower, and you're just not really settling on anything yet. So when nothing is yet set in stone, especially when I see the Moonology card, it could be the call to make a decision. And it's about being firm about your decisions as well. So nothing can really sort of settle, especially with the waves of this card, the Moonology card here. You can see the waves and it's like flowing and nothing sort of really settling. So it might be that you need to settle, or someone around you needs to settle on something. So it's all about decisions. And it could be that you're attracted to certain things that you want to do. So you can see here, like some of the cups have got jewels and stuff in them, and be like, that looks like a really good choice. But then the next day you're like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. So it's about sort of settling on something and really having that really good focus as well. Some of you could also be waiting for something to happen. So you're waiting for another party to go yes or no to something. So this is a time that you could be going through a bit of a transitional change, and it's a bit emotional for you as well. You can see that with the person, and you can see that they're looking off in the distance and they're traveling slowly to their destination. But I feel like when I see this, we're leaving it behind a lot of the rough past, the rough emotional things that could have been happening with you. So I feel like a lot of you are heading towards a more of a calmer time, but it's sort of taking its time to get there for you. So, but I feel like it is going to settle for you. You are going to feel a sense of grounding at some stage too. So I'm also seeing on top of this is the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands. So it's interesting. I see probably some of you as the Page of Wands. So you're got the opportunity to start something, and I feel like it's going to happen to you in some stage soon. The Page of Wands is the bringer of, creative opportunities. It's also that it could be the time for travel as well. I know a lot of travel is restricted at the moment, but it could be like the new opportunity to do something and go somewhere different. So that is really interesting when I see this rune here too. It's the Inga's rune. So it's all about travel and quest and finding what is sought. And this could be like your purpose, your life purpose too. Maybe some of you are having transitional changes when it comes to jobs and careers. So this is the time that opportunities could be happening for you. And I see that a lot with the Eight of Wands. So it's like the message is going to come to for you, and it's really on top of everything. So you might be receiving some news at some stage, and it could force change around you. So that's really interesting when I see that. And even though you guys could be feeling unsettled on some things, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is all about that realization and the truth to the situation. And you're going to be able to have that clarity. And I really feel like that too, especially with the knife going through the crown. And I feel like a lot of it's about, clarity when it comes to career stuff. So, and that it looks like the crown chakra as well. So it's like a realization of a lot of different things for you. So it comes and it strikes down. I feel like it sort of strikes down to the ground, and you're just going to go, oh, that's right. That's what I need to do. And your eyes are just open to the new stuff, and it's going to drive that change forward, which is really beautiful to see. And the Hanged Man, I'm seeing that in the reversed position. So I feel like that stagnation period is going to go. And especially when I'm seeing it in the reversed position, it's saying that you've had that real limbo period where you weren't sure what's happening, and it's sort of felt like it's lasted a long time, but it's definitely going here, and you're going to be able to look at things with a new perspective and a new realization too. Especially when I see the light behind him here on this person, it's like the light is shining, and it sort of illuminates the brain area, and you're going to be able to think so much more clearly, and you're going to be able to hear the messages that you need to hear too. And also with the Queen of Swords reversed, I feel like this is someone that could be in the past, and they're sort of stepping out of the situation. So it could be someone that was like a mentor for you, and has helped shape who you are, and they've sort of come in and they've given you a new understanding of things. So I feel like that's someone that's helped you along on your journey, that's sort of moving out of your life at the moment too. So you've had that experience, that life experience, and it's been a really great thing for you to sort of help with your decisions too. So maybe it might be that you need to think about what maybe this person would do in your situation when it comes to your guidance on a few things. So I think that person has had a really great influence on your life. And I think they also had probably great humor too. And I'm really feeling like that when I see the Queen of Swords there too. And also I'm looking at some of the source of maybe what's happening now. So in the past, I feel like you've had someone that was like a manipulative person. So that we're seeing the Devil reversed here. So the Devil is interesting card, and it's great to see it in the reverse position, because it really tells me it's a low energy and that they're out of your lives now. So you could have been in a controlling or a manipulative situation. So the Devil sort of tells you lies, and it's interesting. They give you a sense of security and safety, but you're actually not really that secure, and you're not really that safe. So I'm glad that a lot of you have probably left those controlling type of situations, and that you're in that time now, and it's probably that transitional time where you've left those controlling situations, and now you're finally having to make the decisions that you need to make, and it's on you instead of on this person making all the decisions for you. So it's probably why you're feeling confused, because you're so used to, they will do it, and will they make the decision for me. Now is the time to take charge of your situation and really ground yourself into making really good choices. You are going to feel like have that sense of realization, which is beautiful to see with the Ace of Swords. Also, I'm seeing in the past as well that there's been opportunities for, I'm seeing the Chariot reversed here, opportunities to do really great things, but they may have passed you by. And it's like that you may have been influenced by controlling and restrictive situations, but that is really turning around for you, and you're able to make really good choices now, and you've got the freedom to do it. So I feel like a lot of the stuff you could have missed out on, it's sort of like the turning point. They're going to come around, and there's going to be new opportunities for you that's going to present themselves. So that's really great to see. And I'm seeing the Three of Wands. So the opportunities that are going to be presented, you're going to be able to make long-term decisions. So it's going to ask you to start thinking about what you want in the future. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself living? What kind of relationship do you want to have? It's really all about making those long-term decisions. And I feel like it's all about that independency, especially when I see the Nine of Pentacles too. You guys are blossoming into really great people, and I think that's the forefront of everything. You're blossoming into that. So it's like the Page of Wands at the moment, where I'm seeing a lot of you as the Page of Wands. So you've got that young, youthful energy, but you're going to be able to start making really good decisions and financial decisions too, especially with the Ten of Pentacles there. So it's really great to see that a lot of you are going to be able to settle down, have your families and like friends around you too, and you're going to be able to have the opportunity to make some money too. And it's interesting because I'm seeing a lot of independent energy here, and it's like you're going to be able to make like yourself, you make your stamp on the world and your chance to sort of shine as well, which is really fantastic to see. So great things happening for the future, and it's interesting to see the past stuff that comes up, but it's a great turnaround when I see that you're able to take that independence for yourself and make those types of decisions that you need to make too. Interesting for the end of the month, what I'm seeing here is the Hierophant reversed. So the Hierophant is sort of telling me you could be transitioning into a new sort of job front, or you might be joining new communities. And there's also the energy where I'm sort of seeing that it's like you're entering into the new, and there's going to be a new group of people around you. So it's a low energy at the moment, and I've seen the moon as well. But I feel like that's because you guys may have anxieties about doing something different and doing something new. So it's all about temperance. So temperance is there, and it's really being called on here. So this is Archangel Michael, and it's all about balancing your emotions and trying to understand why you might be having anxieties in doing something new and different. Is it because of the past, of the controlling, devil-like person in the past who has sort of said to you, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that? Well, this is the time where you are going to stand on your own 2 feet, and you're going to go, oh, I've got the confidence to go and do something new and different, and something I actually want to do as well. So it's having that sense of confidence to actually step out and be brave as well. So don't let anxieties, rule you when it comes to this. And also I'm seeing great things with work fronts towards the end of the month as well. And there also could be like a time of celebration for people going into these new careers and jobs, or anything that in the realms of work. I'm seeing the victory card here. So the 6 of Wands is all about being seen by people. So it's your time to be seen by the world. Be brave, use that fiery energy. A lot of you have really unique gifts and talents, so this is a time to really use it. And also here, I'm seeing the time of reflection. So you guys have to make sure you look back on the past and understand what's happened, and understand how far you've actually come as well. So you may not have the appreciation and gratitude of how much you've worked and how hard you've worked, and you're actually starting to make really good independent choices as well, and you're starting to take that control of your life too. So that's beautiful when I see the 7 of Pentacles there. So that's the message for the Rose Quartz reading today. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you so much. So this is the clear quartz reading today. So I've dealt the cards here, and I've sort of connected with the energies, and I've come to understand what the message is for the clear quartz reading today. So we have here the Northeast rune. Yes, I think that's one it's called. Yeah, Northeast rune. So this one is all about overcoming challenges and obstacles and hardships. So that's one of the main messages of the month for the people who have chosen clear quartz. Also, we have the conclusions are within reach. So I feel like I'm seeing the hand that's sort of, I'm nearly there, and it's like you really, really want the answers now, but they are coming for you. So this is the time to try and maybe go with the flow and breathe and understand that things are coming, and they will come when they're meant to come. So around this message today, I feel like with the conclusions, it comes in line with the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is reversed here. So it could be that the conclusions have to do with a person, possibly a male, So I feel like he is someone who is a very much a passionate person, and he could be in a leadership position as well. And he really cares about the situation that is going on. It could always be a female as well that is like the King of Cups, but it's interesting when I see the fish. So it's a lot of the cups energy. It's like you can see the fish, and it sort of connects with Pisces, the fish. So it's like that psychic, intuitive energy there too. So this person could be really intuitive, and I feel like a lot of you could be really intuitive as well. So it's like listen to your intuition and understand and listen to your gut about your feelings on things and how you feel about the situation, and that it's, you know, really most of the time you already know the answer, and it's like that really quiet voice that we don't always listen to, but that is our intuition. So the other voice that we hear, which is the voice in our head sometimes about when we're going along and we sort of talk to ourselves negatively, that is our voice. But there's another voice, and that is the quieter one that we don't always listen to, and that is the one that guides us along. So we've got to start opening our ears up and listening to that voice. So I feel like this person is going to help you come to the conclusion and bring the message that you want to hear. So that's the King of Cups there. The Three of Swords. So that's coming up as well. So whatever conclusion happens, it's interesting. I don't know if everyone's going to be happy with the conclusion. It could be that some people will hear certain things that they don't want to hear, and it could be a separation of people in general. So sometimes when decisions are made, not everyone's going to be happy, but that's sort of what could happen along the line with the conclusions here. So, but I feel like things do turn around, and whoever's not meant to be in the situation will just exit, and it'll be like it's all done and dusted, and you know, things can move on anyway. I'm also seeing here there's a person that they wanted something out of the situation, but they didn't get exactly what they wanted. So the Nine of Cups reversed is here. It's the wish come true card. But I feel like they were after something around you, and they didn't quite get what they wanted because they weren't approaching the situation very well. So they're going to exit and move on, and they will be out of your life. So I feel like this could be the negative energy that could be surrounding what's happened here. I feel like a lot of you too, because the conclusions haven't happened yet, the Nine of Swords, the anxiety sort of has been building up in you. You may have been having sleepless nights, but you guys could be not looking at what is going on that is beautiful and what is going right in your lives. So this to me, when I see the Nine of Swords, is all about perspective on the situation. So we look at the blanket here, and we've got the beautiful fruit. So this card is a very dark card, but when if that person removed their hands from their eyes, they would see the beautiful fruit on the blanket in front of them. It's like seeing what is growing in front of you. So it could be something very subtle, but it's blossoming and it's happening really, really fantastically. So it's about having that perspective on what is going really well in your lives. And I feel like you guys are being completely guided to, and you're just not seeing that you're getting guided towards where you're meant to be going to. So I've got the Star here. So the Star is all about following the path that you're meant to go on. And it's like, I feel like a lot of you are going to be sort of seen as well. So the Star here, you can see the woman who's naked, and you can see the streams of flowing water, and she just goes with the flow of life. And it's like, oh, everything's wonderful and her senses are alive. So it's all about being present in your life as well. Are you consistently thinking, oh, what's going to happen in the future, and what's going to happen when I make this decision or that decision? I feel like the message in this reading today is all about going with the flow and relaxing a little bit, taking time to enjoy yourself. enjoy being out in nature possibly as well, around the water. Water is a really good calming sort of thing to be around when you're anxious about something, or going out into nature and just taking a breath. Understand the star is guiding you. So this is a really important message there. I feel like when the decision does happen, or the resolution does happen, you guys may have to get up and just move somewhere. It could be a real big change for you, where you just uproot yourself and you have to pack up and go somewhere different. So this could be a time of learning to relax and wait and be patient, because the Tower's come up here. So the Tower is a force to be reckoned with, because you're going to have that lightning strike that comes down, and it's like, oh my gosh, wow, I have to do this now. I have to deal with this new situation. But I feel like a lot of realizations happens when I see the Tower here, because we've got the crown. So it's like the crown chakra is just being knocked off, and it's like, wow, I'm opening myself up to being guided even more strongly, because sometimes we can wear a bit of a blindfold to certain things and not pick up certain messages that we're supposed to pick up. So I feel like a lot of your crown chakras are going to be open, and you're going to be able to understand the situation and realize a lot of stuff about yourself as well. So that's a really interesting message when I see the Tower there. So previously, before, I feel like a lot of you have really sort of been nice and balanced and connected with your sort of your subconscious, but along the way, it's been sort of like you've gotten off track a little bit and you stopped listening to your higher guidance. And sometimes that can really happen. And it's like the Empress has sort of come up reversed here too. And I'm seeing the High Priestess. So you were very, very connected. And you were quite balanced, but it's like something happened and then you're like, oh no, everything's sort of gone wrong. And you also had the Empress energy too. So the Empress is all about that growth, and it's all about that abundance and stuff too. So it's like you sort of got lost along the way, and you felt like things weren't happening for you and nothing was working. And it's like, I don't know what to do. And you also probably felt like you were just the loser out of everything and everyone else was doing well. But really, I think there is going to be a big turning point for you guys. Once you start getting the conclusions and the answers that you're after, I feel like there's going to be big changes. But I really do also think it's all about appreciating the now and appreciating the present situation. Sometimes we tend to live in the past, we tend to live in the future, and we don't live in the present. So the message here is to start living in the present and really having gratitude for what you do have around you. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be support that you probably haven't really noticed that's been really a big support for you during challenging times too. So that's a really interesting message there. Towards the end of the month, we've got the World card. So you're coming to a completion point. So we've got the conclusions here. So the conclusions are within reach, which is beautiful to see. And we've also got the World card. So the World is telling me that it's like the end of the cycle. So there's going to be an end to a lot of challenges for you. And you probably have done a lot of shadow work, a lot of you as well. So you probably haven't realized that a lot of your challenges have been part of the karmic journey too. So you're going to have a real big shift come for you soon. There could be news, there could be a sudden change to your living circumstances as well. And it's interesting, I'm seeing the Five of Cups here too, is not reflecting too much on what has happened in the past. So sometimes we can look at the regrets and the decisions that we've made before, and it's like, am I going to go down the same track again? Is it going to just all happen again? Realize that this is one segment of your life that's happened, and you're going into a new segment for yourselves too. So it's not about focusing on the regrets and the things that didn't turn out. This is the time to change our perspectives and realize what we've got around us and the opportunities that is going to be coming before us as well. So the new stuff that's coming into our lives, and being really happy and positive and comfortable about what you're doing now. And it's interesting because it starts attracting the new stuff. But if we're constantly anxious and worried, seeing with the Nine of Swords here, we're not attracting what we want in our lives. We're just focusing on all the bad stuff. Also, what I'm seeing towards the end of the month here, there could be the time where you need to juggle some stuff as well. So you're going to need to be flexible about a few things. And also I'm seeing the two choices, possibly two choices when it comes to some decisions that you're going to be making towards the end of the month too. So it'll be a really good time to be nice and grounded and flexible about your choices. And also when I'm seeing the waves here, there's it's like, you know, slightly bumpy waters could be happening. You could be feeling like, oh, I'm pulled into different directions and I'm unbalanced. Try to be really nice and balanced when you're making these decisions too. So I'm seeing that in the reverse position. So it's like you're going to need to be flexible. I'm really, really seeing that here. You can see the person in the Two of Pentacles here, and he's easily juggling the pentacles. So you're going to need to be like that too. Be like calm ocean, not riding the waves nicely. So that's what I'm sort of seeing there. So that's the main message when I'm seeing for the mid-August for the clear quartz reading. I hope some of you resonated with this reading today, and thank you so much for watching. And I'll be back next month with another mid-August reading. Thank you.